So that's 2 clean sheets in a row. What's happening, guys? It's your boy TC back with another video, and it's been a while since I put out a video. Unfortunately, I couldn't put out a preview yesterday. However, I'm doing the review for the Doncaster match that's actually just finished. So as you know, we won the game 1-0, and the scorer was our longest serving player in the form of Theo Walcott, and that was his first goal of the season to get him up and running, to get his account opened. So obviously, as I mentioned, we have won 1-0. But personally, I wasn't impressed with the final result, even though we did win. And yes, I may be coming across as a bit negative. A win is a win. I understand we have progressed into the next round, but I was expecting a much more bigger scoreline, if you'd like to say, or even maybe 2 or 3 goals. But unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Doncaster turned up, and they obviously got a respectable result, I should say, and their manager Duncan Ferguson obviously made a call to his father during the day just to get some few tips to get Arsenal sussed out. So jumping straight into the team selection for the night, we had Ospina in goal. We saw Rob Holding return to the starting lineup, as well as Permo Osaka, and we saw Callum Chambers as well. On the wing backs, it was a bit of a slight change. We saw Reece Nelson make his first start, as well as Maitland-Niles on the other wing back, and we had El Neni and Jack Wilshere in the middle, and up front we had Theo Walcott, Oli Giroud and Sanchez, who I was surprised to see actually starting, but I'm guessing Wenger wants to give him a bit of game time just to get him up and running. So as you may all remember, or for those that are old enough to remember, the last time we faced Doncaster was back in 2005 when they took us to extra time, and I was fearing that we are going to see a repeat of that tonight, but we came out on top of the game, and we got the result that we required, moving forward into the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. So just to touch on the stats briefly on the game, Arsenal had 57% of the possession, Doncaster had 43. We had the Lions' share of the possession, as you can tell. However, Doncaster at times posed a threat, in particular in the last 10 minutes or so, that they were actually starting to come alive, and they were certainly threatening. There was a mistake that was made by Maitland-Niles, which obviously led to nothing, but they were sort of applying a little bit of pressure, knowing that we only had the 1 goal with 10 minutes remaining. However, we saw that we had the Lions' share of the possession on the evening. Moving forward, in terms of the shots that were taken, Arsenal took 27 shots, Doncaster took 2 shots, and out of those 27, unfortunately, we only had 8 on target. However, we did create a lot of chances, and unfortunately we weren't able to tuck them away. Oli Giroud in particular, as well as Theo Walcott, both had fantastic chances. There's one chance that Jack Wilshere flicked over the top of the back four, the Doncaster back four, and Oli Giroud went to give it an overhead kick, I should say, but that didn't come off. But that was one chance in particular that I thought he should have took his time, took it down. He's a big lad. He would have taken it on his favoured left foot, and hopefully he would have been running off celebrating a top corner goal. It's kind of disappointing, as I was hoping for a much bigger win, but we've got the win and we're into the draw. At the time of recording, the draw should be made in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so. However, I will leave a note at the end of the video to let you know which team we have drawn next. So moving forward, some other notes that I did make during the game were in regards to the player selection. In particular, I was glad to see Reece Nelson. He seemed a bit overwhelmed by the occasion, I should say, but it put in a sturdy, solid performance. Apart from one mistake that stood out to me in particular, is when Maitland-Niles recovered for him and retained the ball back. He went to head of the ball, which was cleared from one of our corners, and unfortunately he couldn't make the header, but his mate was available to actually recover the ball. Just to mention Jack Wilshere as well, I think he gave a competent performance today. He was working extremely hard, back and forward. He was helping out a lot in defence, as well as the fact that he was creating chances up front. So I'm guessing we will see more and more of him. Not too sure if we'll see more of him in the Premier League, but he looked competent enough. He looked comfortable on the ball, and he looked slightly fit, I should say. But I'm guessing he's working his way towards full fitness. So another player to mention who actually saw during the second half was Josh Da Silva. He looked competent as well. He was comfortable. He was closing things down. He was working really, really well on the left-hand side of that particular back three. And I'm hoping we'll see more of Josh Da Silva during this season. Another mention is Alexis. As soon as he came on, we were a bit more menacing, a bit more threatening. He was making good forward runs, and he was a bit wasteful here and there, but he only had a little bit of time to make an impact. I'm guessing if he'd played the whole 90 minutes, he would have made a much bigger impact. Sanchez, again, looked like the usual Sanchez, tried his best, making things happen. He was going back as well, helping out. So there's nothing really to report from this game, apart from the fact that I think we should have won a bit more comfortably. Doncaster was sort of at times playing like a low-tier Premier League side, but we managed to get the result as mentioned. So do let me know what you think, as usual, guys, in the comments below. What were your thoughts on the team selection and the result? Were you expecting more goals? Was this a fair result in your opinion? I guess it was a fair result. Doncaster did turn up. They didn't come over to just get rolled over and actually concede 3 or 4 or 5 goals. But we ended up getting a result. So as usual, please do let me know what you think in the comments below. I am still running that competition, by the way, to win the 3rd kit for the 2017-18 season. So please do click the link in the description below if you'd like to enter yourself into this competition. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, and as well as hit the like button on the video, guys. So once again, guys, it's your boy TC from I'm Gonna Talk TV, and I'm out.